What's up, y'all? What's up? So, it's funny I started the video off with Chick-fil-A. Honestly, Chick-fil-A should sponsor me at this point, because y'all, out of all the videos y'all gonna watch, y'all probably gonna see a Chick-fil-A clip. Oh, no, I'm stuttering. Y'all gonna see a Chick-fil-A clip in it somewhere. But basically, today is one of those days in the market where we got a good opportunity coming out. And I was like, you know what? Usually, I always post after I'm already in the trade, but I was like, you know what? Let's actually give them a setup for y'all. Shout out to y'all for right now I think I'm only at 31 subscribers. Nothing too crazy. Shout me out if you know somebody that could shout me out, or if you want to shout me out, let your friends know. Put me on, put me hip, right? So SPX500 is at a major level right now, and I say a major level because this is an area where SPX500 could potentially go for a bull run from here on out. I'm gonna show y'all why. But I think it was around 3 o'clock, 3:30. What time is it? It's currently 3:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I sent the trade out around, I can look right now. Sent the trade alert out at 2:40. Yeah, 2:40. So for all the indices in general, a potential buy setup is about to come, but I'm about to tell y'all why. And I'm actually about to give y'all entry on this trade too, which is about to be insane. Bet. So let's go over it. Go ahead, switch over to the chat. Let's go over it. Go ahead and switch over to the chart. I'm gonna break it down and set up even more for y'all, so that way you can I'm gonna tell y'all the entry that I was looking for to enter in, as well as I'm gonna tell y'all the new entry that I'm looking at now that it's starting to retest and pull back now for the entry. So hopefully I get this video out in time for you where you can actually enter this trade yourself if you're watching me. Obviously, if you don't want to miss any trade alerts that I'm sending out, make sure you go cop my Stillness Chat membership by visiting the link below on the website. But no talking, enough rambling. Let's actually look at the chart work and get into the technical analysis side of the business. Let's get it. Alright, bet. So, as you can see here, I replayed the time back a little bit. This is currently around, I don't know military time for it yet, but it's currently around this is getting close to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I started seeing SPS was going bullish. During this time that I was driving, I was on my way to actually go get the Chick-fil-A and just do a little more shopping that I have to do and prepare for the business. I got a lot of exciting things coming, but that's besides the point right now. So I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, it's starting to go bullish. I told my chat, I'm like, hey, once it breaks 45.95, and not only did I do it on SPS, but I also did it on US30. These are both two trades that you could potentially get a potential move on if you're patient enough to wait for this setup. So I said, hey, once it breaks 45.95 and closes above it, feel free to enter. And then TP1 was 4600, 4605. Since I did it from my phone, I didn't really mark it up too much, but basically all the TPs went all the way up here, and I'm gonna actually give it to y'all because you can take this setup once the market actually does decide to push back up. And this is what I'm gonna call our second entry that you could take. So once the market pushes back up above 45.95, I'm expecting SPS to go for an overall bullish move to recover for the week, the last 2 weeks of that downtrend that it's been having. This is a potential basically a long-term swing trade that you can take on SPS. I know I gave y'all a free SPS trade before when the trade took off at 1500 pips, right before Christmas, and I'll probably post a clip of what video that was when I did that, so that way you can go back and look at those results. But this is one of those scenarios again where you can capitalize off of that, or even if you don't catch 1,000 pips, you can still catch anywhere between 100 pips to probably about 300 to 400 pips once the move is actually done. Because if it don't stop here, the longest I honestly see it going is right here, and I can show y'all. So from 45.95, if you wait for price to push back up to 45.95, so yeah, like I said, anywhere between 100 to 400 pips, and this is about 473. It can go further than 473, but only if it breaks 46.40. If it doesn't break, this is an area that I potentially might be looking back for a sell, just because I saw how the momentum took off when that bearish candle happened right here. So we'll wait. Obviously, we're nowhere near that right now. So let's only focus on where we're currently at in the market right now, which is over here. So once I called the buy, the trade did go to smack TP1. And for those that don't know, my TP1 is always 50 pips. So as you can see, I got it going kind of slow right now. So push, push, push. TP1 and actually TP2 did get hit. But if you trade KOT Forex, the TP2 broker 4605 did not hit for TP2 on KOT Forex. So as you see here, it hit TP1, hit TP2 on TradingView.com, and then it started to reject. It started to go for that sell. So a lot of people will still be looking like, dang, bro, is it about to continue on a downtrend? That's one way to look at it. But also, after we TP on TP1, cool, right? All I see here is a pullback. This is all I see right now in the market, and I'm gonna actually speed it up. Bet. All I'm seeing right now is SPS wants to retest this price. It wants to make sure that 45.72, we're gonna say 45.70. So it wants to make sure that that 45.70 area is really that floor. It really want to test this price and make sure, like, all right, bet. Are we really comfortable chilling at this price before we start that uptrend? Or do we want to test this market, test this price one more time just to make sure, see if I want to push down even further? As you can see right now, it's starting to reject. So this is kind of like those trades where I'd be like, okay, if the market pulling back, that's great. Because now I know for sure once it pushes back up to 45.95, this trade is really gonna be ready to take off. And honestly, I would even put my entry down to 45.90 just to give me like a more tighter stop loss. But I know, like, if I leave it at 45.95, that's more of a guaranteed trade. So instead of me rushing to hop in at 45.90 or even rushing to hop in right here on the support, I would rather wait until the market actually pushes back up to 45.95 and actually starts taking off for that bullish direction, so that way I can make sure my team is eating, right? So as we're recording this video right now, I'm about to actually test in the chat and let my squad know once market pushes back up, feel free to enter again. Just wanted to retest. So y'all getting this live analysis. Like, I haven't even updated my chat yet. Like, I'm just coming straight to the, I'm like, let me get to my camera, let me get to recording and make sure I'm dropping these gems on YouTube for the people that don't know, like, what they missing out on. Like you don't know what you're missing out on with these indices in general. Like, not even just me as like your potential mentor, but just in general, like how volatile this pair moves along with US30. US30 was another pair I caught, and obviously that TP1 smash for 250 pips. And SPS smash for 50 pips, US30 smash for 250 pips combined. Obviously, that's 300 pips, right? And the market didn't even take off for real. It didn't go all the way off like how it usually goes off. But the same scenario is here for US30 as well. It came back to retest. Really, this was a breakout. This was really a fake out candle right here. For those, like, once it broke out, a lot of people probably took hella sales right here. And this candlestick was here. Was a stop loss hunter, right? It took a lot of people out of the trade. A lot of people lost money right there. And then here we are again where the market is like, all right, bet, we're going to act like we're about to go for a sell again. Obviously, the market could honestly, it really could take off for a sell. It really could start another downtrend. But let me go to a higher time frame just to see. If not here. If it breaks here, it's wraps. It's coming like literally all the way down here. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about the potential pullback, right, before the downtrend. So as long as it closes above this zone, I have this box right here because this is like, as you can see right here to the left of the chart, this is how it was consolidating like all morning and all afternoon, right? For like literally this, hold on, it's the 15 minute. Let me go to it. Like literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 or 5 hours. It's literally just been chilling like in this area. It hasn't really taken off for an uptrend. It hasn't really taken off for a downtrend. So people don't really know what the market is doing till it actually shows you what it's doing. But I'm gonna tell y'all on this setup right now, I'm about to give y'all, if it breaks 35480, take that buy setup, right? Take that buy setup and you can hold it to here, here, and here. These are areas that you could potentially hold that trade for. So like after it breaks here, cool, that's 435 pips right there, right? If it keeps going, that's 1,000. It keeps going 2,000. Keeps going 3,000. Obviously, I trade KLT Forex. So if your broker isn't as volatile as mine, I'll highly suggest you switch over. No, I'm not sponsored by them either. That's what I use to obviously get me the most money out of the market. So that way it's more suited to my advantage when I'm trading. But obviously, understand, with more risk comes more reward, and vice versa. With more reward comes more risk. So if you're not really ready to like trade this currency, excuse me. If you're not really ready to trade this indice pair, don't force yourself to trade it, because if it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. Like, just get it. Hop in when you actually can take this setup and actually take these trades. But this is more so of a learning experience for you now, so you can know exactly what to look for. My specific trades that I sent out to my team, I'm gonna actually give it to y'all, because like I said, this is that free setup that I'm about to give y'all for the day. Right, let's see where we at. US30. Let's say 35480. Stop loss was 35455. And make sure like you just pause it when it's time. Stop loss is here. And this is about, I think it should be 250. Yep, so about 240 pips. Drawdown, TP1, 520. Go crazy. I'm tripping. I didn't even realize. So really, they ate really good for this. Cause usually my TP1 for the for US30 and indices, but for US30 and dots, aka Germany 40, my TP1 is usually around 250 pips. So really, the first trade I sent out was literally 422, but that's cool. So 520, 555. And you see like how, if you're paying attention, you see how like how tight my TPs are. I showed y'all earlier where I believe it's really going, but you see how tight my TPs are and how many pips that is, bro. Like, it's insane. Like, it shows you kind of like why I'm like so accurate with my trades. So I know how far the market can actually push, but I don't really care. Like, if I can find the average amount of pips I can catch and it's like a good amount, that's what I'm going based off of. I don't really care for the long moves too much. I'm starting to, because I'm trying to transition, but I understand that, hey, like, I gotta be able to get the short moves in right now, because at the end of the day, if I can catch and it's like a good amount, that's what I'm going based off of. I don't really care for the long moves too much. I'm starting to, because I'm trying to transition, but I understand that, hey, like, I gotta be able to get the short moves in right now, because at the end of the day, if I can get I don't need a long position where I can just pop a higher lot size, and with that short move for 1200 pips, it's crazy. I'm saying 1200 pips is a short move, because I remember times where it's like, bro, 1200 pips. If you asked me 1200 pips 3 years ago, I'd be like, bro, 1200 pips? Oh my gosh, in a day? Like, that's insane, bro. That's crazy. And here we are now talking about it. I'm talking about it so casually to y'all, and it constantly reminds me, like, it's just a full circle moment of my growth in the market, man. Hopefully, like, you too can have that same growth in the market when you're starting to trade as well. But let's get to it. TPs I set. The last TP will be, hold on. Yep, so the most you can catch off of this is about 1400 pips. This is your entry area. The blue line is your entry. Red line is your stop loss. You're gonna want to wait for that break and close. Stop loss. Your entry, your stop loss, TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, TP5. So I hope you guys take this setup on US30. I gave you all the setup already for SPX500. This is literally my type of entry. I will literally market execute that easily, but I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna wait for that 45.95, because that's more of that 80% accuracy that I have my record going in. Well, right now for the new year, we're still undefeated, 100% accuracy, but I don't like I don't guarantee that, oh, I'm gonna be right every single time, because there are times in the market I could potentially be wrong. But so far this year we're doing good, so let's keep up the right work. If it does start going for the sale and you're like, hey, you caught the wrong trade, or hey, this trade ain't hit yet, okay, cool. Wait for the market to come up there, like whether it comes like within the next couple of days, or if it don't come till next week, whenever that market decides to push back up to 35480, make sure you're ready to enter, because once it does, it's taking off. Whenever that market decides to push up to 45.95 for SPX500 again, make sure you're ready. Even if it doesn't come tonight, even if it doesn't come tomorrow, just make sure you're ready for the setup, because I would hate for you guys to miss that move, and then you see me on Instagram talking about, hey, if you took those trades on YouTube, all my TP smash. I don't want you to be that person, so let's not make you that person, and make sure that you're actually setting those alerts on your phone. Make sure you're actually paying attention to the market for SPX500, for US30. I do recommend, if you're trading US30, use a 0.01 per $300 in your account, because it is a high volatile trade for those that are trading KLT Forex. And SPX500, as long as you have $100 in your account, I'll say about 0.05 per $100 in your account, because it's less volatile, but it still moves the same and can still pay you out the same as well. But that's it for today. Currently Tuesday, January 18th. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning into this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I can't wait to post the next video that I have coming soon, but I'll see y'all there. Deuces.